Today's episode takes us right here at home, from the university labs in Makerere to tech hubs in Tinda and Bugolovi. We're asking who is actually building artificial intelligence solutions in Uganda. We hear a lot about the AI giants in Silicon Valley and the unicorns in Lagos and Nairobi, but what about the innovators in Kampala, Mbarara, and Gulu? Are they creating solutions for the real problems we face every day? Let's break it down and name the names.
You're listening to According to Wes, where life and technology intersect with zero fluff. On this show, we unpack how emerging tech is really shaping our world. Not the headlines, not the hype, just sharp, grounded analysis. From the myth of neural networks to what AI means for African sovereignty, we ask the hard questions and don't do polite panel talk. If you're tired of recycled narratives and ready for bold takes and uncomfortable truths, welcome to the show.
Welcome back to According to Wes. This is where life and technology intersect with zero fluff, and I'm your host, Wesley. So let's try to check the state of AI in Uganda beyond the buzzwords. Uganda's AI ecosystem is nascent, but it is vibrant and growing. There is activity concentrated in a few key areas: health, agriculture, fintech, and most importantly, natural language processing for our local languages. The main drivers are not big corporations, but a determined grassroots network. You have university labs. The Makerere University AI Lab is the undisputed epicenter, but we also have research groups at Kampala University of Science and Technology and Uganda Christian University that are also contributing to this ecosystem. We have startups and NGOs with agile teams that are laser focused on solving a single or even specific problem like crop disease or financial inclusion. And we also have the ecosystem builders, places like the Innovation Village and accelerators supported by development partners like GIZ, IDRC, and CEDA, which run the hackathons and programs that introduce young developers to AI tools. But we need to add a little bit of reality to this. The funding gap is stuck. According to the latest 2024 data from Africa, the big deal, Ugandan startups raised approximately $52 million in venture capital. In the same period, Kenya raised over 800 million and Nigeria surpassed 1.2 billion. We are still punching far below our weight in commercial investment. So who is building what? Let's look at exactly what is being done. Who is doing the work? In health and agriculture, we have the Makerere AI Lab led by innovators like Dr. Ernest Mwebazi, and they remain a powerhouse with projects that include an AI diagnostic tool that uses smartphone photos to detect diseases in cassava and banana plants with over 90% accuracy in field trials. And this is very important for our nation's food security. They are also a key partner in the AI for Agriculture and Food Systems initiative, which is a multi-country effort to create vast open source datasets for African crops, tackling the data desert problem head-on. We also have Caro Health. So this is a very fantastic example of deployment. They operate telemedicine kiosks in rural areas. Their system uses an AI-powered clinical decision support tool that guides a nurse through the diagnostic checklist based on a patient's symptoms. It helps standardize care and has already provided service to over 150,000 patients across more than 150 rural health centers, many of which had no doctors. In language and education, we have Sunbird AI. This is a research NGO that is doing some of the most important work in AI within the country. They are building NLP models for Ugandan languages, including Luganda, Unyankole, and Acholi. An example is during the recent public health campaign, they deployed an AI-powered WhatsApp and SMS chatbot that allows citizens to ask questions in Luganda and receive fact-checked answers, debugging dangerous misinformation for thousands of users in a language that they understand. We also have policy. So while Policy is a civic tech organization, their work is deeply data-driven. They have used machine learning and sentiment analysis to study online gender-based harassment in Uganda, producing reports that have directly informed policy discussions on digital safety. And in finance and commerce, we have Numida. As we've discussed before, their AI-driven credit scoring model is a game changer. By analyzing mobile money patterns, they have now dispersed over $40 million in working capital to more than 60,000 Ugandan small businesses, most of whom are locked out of traditional banking. And we also have Nsibuko. They work with savings and credit cooperative organizations, which we call SACCOs. They are integrating AI to help these local institutions better access credit risk for their members, bringing modern data science to community level finance. If you look at civic and climate tech, you will find AirQo, which is another Makerere initiative where they have deployed a network of over 120 low-cost air quality sensors across Kampala and other Ugandan cities. Their AI models analyze this data to provide real-time air quality forecasts via a free mobile app, or even if you can access this on the web. So this empowers citizens to make decisions about their health, like when to exercise outdoors and, what to do in times when the air is not perfect. But there are challenges that we can't ignore. The data desert. So most of these projects struggle with the lack of clean, labeled, and context-specific datasets. An AI model trained on images of wheat fields in North America is useless for identifying pests on a banana plantation in Mbarara. This forces our innovators to spend most of their time on costly data collection. And also we have the talent pipeline versus the brain drain problem. We have brilliant graduates emerging from our universities, but the reality is that a talented Ugandan machine learning engineer can often earn 5 to 10 times more working remotely for a European or American company than for a local startup. We train them, but the global market hires them to solve global problems, not necessarily our own local problems. And we also have the commercialization gap. This is the valley of death for many Ugandan AI projects. They produce a successful research paper, a promising pilot, but can't make the leap to a commercially viable product. Local businesses are often hesitant to investigate in homegrown tech, perceiving it as too risky compared to established international software. And then also we have the infrastructure barrier. Training powerful AI models requires immense computing power. Our local teams often rely on the free limited tiers of services like Google Colab, and the cost of renting dedicated cloud computing from Amazon or Google can run into thousands of dollars, which is an impossible sum for a bootstrapped startup or a university research project without a major grant. But through all these challenges, we need to push through them because context is everything. A global AI model doesn't understand the economics of a boda stage. It can't differentiate between the Luganda dialect spoken in Masaka versus the one in Kampala. It hasn't been trained to recognize the signs of cassava brown streak disease that is common or prevalent in Uganda. So local builders create systems that are born from our reality. They are building solutions for Ugandans by Ugandans. This isn't just about national pride, it's about effectiveness. An AI that understands our context is an AI that actually works for us. So you may ask yourself, what needs to happen to make this a reality? We need to have sustainable, patient capital. We must move beyond short-term donor-funded project cycles. This means creating a dedicated national AI innovation fund and encouraging local angel investors and VCs to make smaller, long-term bets on deep tech. We also need policy with a purpose. The government can be the most important customer. A Buy Uganda, Build Uganda policy for public sector software contracts that prioritizes certified local AI firms would be truly transformative. Imagine if the Ministry of Agriculture's next big project was contracted to a local AI startup instead of a foreign consultant. That would do wonders. Then we also need strategic industry partnerships. We need our largest companies to engage. Imagine if Centenary Bank partnered with a local fintech to co-develop a credit scoring model for farmers, using the bank's vast data and the startup's agility. And we also need to foster regional data alliances. Uganda alone may not have enough data for some of large-scale models, but an East African alliance pulling anonymized health, agricultural, or linguistic data from Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and even Rwanda could create world-class datasets to benefit the entire region. So, as we conclude this episode, AI isn't just something happening out there. It is happening right here in the labs of Makerere, in the co-working spaces of Dinda, and in the telemedicine kiosks of Individual. The innovators are here. The problems are clear. The solutions are being built. The question is no longer if we can innovate. The question is, will we as a nation, our government, our investors, our big businesses back these builders to scale solutions that can truly change lives? Or will they remain brilliant but small, scattered, and perpetually grant-funded? This has been According to Wes. Thank you for listening in. We always strive to put the truth out there, and it's all that we stand for. If you're listening in for the first time, thank you. And if you're a returning listener, please continue sharing the gospel and stay hungry, stay critical, stay skeptical.